Yes, I can.
Mhm. Nice to hear you. How are you today?
I'm fine.
Okay, and how was your weekend? We didn't see each other for the weekend. So how
My
was your
weekend was good, and there's a good news.
what? Okay, what are some good news? Can you please tell me?
I finished the entire grade 9 curriculum.
Okay, and how are you satisfied?
Yeah, and you know that the thing that really matters is next week I will only study in the morning,
Okay, because why?
which means that
Because
afternoon I can stay at home. I will stay at home in all afternoons
mm-hmm. Okay, because
because I'm only have 27 lessons.
mm-hmm. Ah, okay, and what are some next steps? Okay, so you finished, and what will you do next in the next part? Okay, so you finished with your curriculum. Okay, so what else will you do?
Um, else that I will like um having a full revision all three subjects. I don't study anything else rather than math, English, and literature.
Okay, okay, and for the next period of time, okay, so you're having something that okay, so you will have a review, and after that, are you going to have your holiday, or so what will happen next?
The thing that will happen next is I will have a holiday of 2 months after a full time after studying that I will be very tired. But I think that like after that I feel very comfortable. There
Okay.
is 49 days left until the test.
Mm-hmm.
49 days remaining.
And do you have any plans? Okay, are you going to travel somewhere, or are you going to relax? So what will you do?
So I think we'll relax.
Relaxing. Very nice. I'm happy to hear that. Okay, so we will start. We have here a lesson that I prepared for you about so animals to provide new body parts. So what do you think about, for example, about that people can take some organs from animals and put inside of them? So what do you think about this? Is this possible?
I think that is maybe not be possible because each animal have its own unique organs, and every organs work very differently from each other. Take example about some animals like for example, the teeth. The
Okay.
teeth is the easiest. Uh, you know about the shark teeth, right?
Of course.
One shark teeth can be equals to and can be equal to like can be equal to let me see. Um, I think that it's maybe equal to a glass of bottle a bottle of water. So
Okay.
now just imagine that we have a tooth that large.
Mm-hmm.
Wait me a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Continue.
So I will say again. As I mentioned, that is one shark teeth can be equal to a bottle of water. So now
Oh,
let's just imagine that humans have tooth that large. It's not possible. Next up is about for example, about the legs. Even though that every animal have legs, that the size are different,
mm-hmm.
definitely different. And now just take the gorilla.
Okay.
Is some archaeologists said that it was the origin of people, humans. But some organs now they work not similarly to not used to be in the past. So right now that we can't have the organs to man. So having different organ animals to human is impossible because every animal have its own unique have like its own unique size, health, living conditions, and age. So we can't really apply those to humans. Even humans cannot take the organs for animals.
Yes, but what do you think? What do you think when we have here? Okay, as you know, for example, um, we have here some organ, some parts of the body, even though humans. Okay, so they have a different. Some people have a different muscles, different things. I will give you one simple example. So, black people can usually black people can jump very high. You know that.
Yes, I know that about the jumping competition. I learned from TikTok. That is a man that is beating like definitely beating the world record.
Yes.
And you know that about Alice about running 100 meter to 200 meter. You know that somebody demolished the old world record by over about 1.5 seconds when they first entered that championship. Just
Exactly.
imagine that how like how strong the legs and the whole body is.
Okay, I want to give you. I will use sports disciplines. Okay, as you know, for example, in mm, I just not now, but I just read that we have here, for example, some different people. Okay, so you have here black people can for example jump very high. They can play, like you mentioned, basketball. They are very good at basketball. As you know, for example, you have here the same thing is, for example, what is happening usually the fastest man in swimming competition or water polo competition are white men. You know that. Do you know that? In swimming, fast swimming. The reason,
Um,
because yes, yes, actually
yeah.
yes. Okay, so you used to have like Michael Phelps. He was the world champion, Olympic champion in swimming. He's he's white. Okay, and some sports that are related to Asia. Okay, no one can compete with people from Asia, like in table tennis or badminton. People cannot compete with people from Asia. This is the fact. Okay, so you have here, for example, the Olympic champions in both competitions, in female and male competition, are from Asia. So this is, I don't know why reflexes in this table tennis or ping pong or badminton are people from Asia have a better they are better in these sports. So, and I know that some people. So I use sports just to try to explain to you why I think that maybe, just maybe, I'm not a scientist, of course, but maybe it's possible because I heard that two best friends, one is a white man, the other is a black man. Okay, so they uh, white men need a kidney, and black man
Yeah.
provide this kidney for him because he needs this organ to survive, and his best friend gave him this organ, but the body parts are completely different. Everything is completely different. But now I read in one article that everything was really nice, and kidney was good, and in this part of the body. So I'm just saying that maybe it's possible. I'm not so sure, but maybe because this is a science, maybe. So the thing that I want to mention to you, maybe, just maybe, maybe the same thing is with the animals that you mentioned. You mentioned gorilla, is that right? Gorilla or monkeys or apes, is that right? maybe it's possible to get the some of organs, not all the organs, some of organs. Maybe it's possible. So what do you think about this?
I think that I agree with you about that, but I'm not a biologist, so I'm kind of not interested in that topic.
Okay, and okay, so we have here interesting topic here. That can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? This part.
Yes, I can. Yes.
Okay, can you please read this part?
Japanese scientists are planning to place human stem cells inside the embryo of a pig. This embryo will then grow a perfect human organ, a heart, a kidney, a liver, etc., which can be removed from pig and transplant into a person. The team hoped to be able to grow a number of different human organs inside each pig, which will make it a practical and cost-effective method of providing transplant organs. Animals' rights campaigners are concerned that using an animal to carry human organs may be cruel. Others believe that it's ethically wrong to genetically alter animals and that there may be health risks in using organs that are produced in this way. Social scientists also point out that rich people could rear pigs carrying the organs, but poorer people couldn't, creating a very unfair situation. There is a shortage of transplant organs, so this may be a solution that would save thousands of humans' lives, but their ethical considerations are considerable.
So what do you think? This is interesting, in my opinion. So what do you think, okay, about transplanting these organs, grow organs in a pig or some other animal, and after that transplant to humans?
What can I say again?
Okay, so what do you think about this text? Okay, so what do you think? For me personally, I think it's a little bit scary that if I need an organ, for example, some organ, okay, so I will rather not take this organ. Uh, mm, it's scary. It's scary for me to hear something like this. So, what do you think about, for example, growing organ in some animal like a pig or some other animal, and after that we are taking this organ into our body? So, what do you think about this?
This idea may be possible at first, but it's actually not. Just as I mentioned before, it's because that each organs has its own specific way to work and how hard they be, and even the size. Even the size. You know, an heart of a whale can reach the size of a car and its
Yes.
weight. But again, the size of the that is a big example. But if we take some animals that are the same size as humans, like a bear or panda, the organs are just having so different size that can't apply to humans.
Yes. Okay, but some animals that are equal to size to humans. Practically, what I think, practically, this is like a factory for organs for people, for humans, and people are using animals to, for example, to be a producers of this of organs, and this is something that it's a little bit scary for me because I'm not so sure, but I don't have any problems. For example, if I need organ and some other man or man or female gave me this organ, but this transplantation from animal, I'm not so sure about this. I'm not so sure, is this not just ethically good? I'm curious about some other reasons. But now let's see. And what do you think? Okay, the ear mouse. Okay, can you please read this text?
Okay. The idea of growing an ear on the back of a mouse used to belong to in science fiction stories, but not anymore. Researchers are fine-tuning technology that will allow us to regrow ears and nose. A mold is placed on the animal's back and covered in cottage cells. Then, over time, the cells develop and replace the mold to form a real ear. Researchers believe that it will be possible to then remove the new ear and connect it to a person's head. The animal, meanwhile, should be able to survive the operation and lead a normal life.
Wow. So, and this, what do you think about this? Is it this something that is scary for yourself? So, what do you think about this?
Ear mouse. Yeah, I think that this is kind of disgusting. This is my own thing, and I think that I'm not a fan of biology, so I can't even imagine that they actually having a risk to do this experiment.
Okay, and what is something that scares you in this idea? Okay, so what is something that can scare you about this topic that we are speaking about? What is something that can scare you related to this topic about and that you have, for example, you don't have an ear. Okay, some transplantation is taken, and after that you have an ear. So, what is something that is scary for you in this part of the statement?
Um, I think that yep, a ear in a mouse is something that's not considered to be possible. But I think that's if the if the technology just keep developed at this speed, maybe that in around 2040s maybe possible.
And yes, okay. So, and what do you think? Okay, so this is something that can be really interesting to hear. But did you ever heard some? Because we are sharing some stories. Did you ever heard something similar to this story? Something that is similar to this, that something like this happened? Okay, maybe you didn't saw with your eyes, but did you ever heard something strange that happened like this?
Nope, I haven't.
Okay, and what do you think? What do you think about? Okay, so what do you think about some stories that about factories like this is something that can be related to the factories of the organs? Did you ever read an article about this or something like this?
No, factory, no.
No? Okay.
Yep.
And now let's see. And what do you think? What do you think about some creatures that can be created? For example, in some movies. Okay, so we have here Frankenstein. Did you ever heard about Frankenstein?
Frankenstein.
Mm-hmm.
I know it from a mysterious book in YouTube where a Frankenstein.
Yes. Sorry. Yes. Did you ever heard
I
about it?
think that I know it from a YouTube channel which, funnily enough, having no name.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
Yes.
there's firework outside because we are about to reach the 30th of 13th, which means that there will be plenty of people outside. So
What that
can you hear
means?
anything from outside?
Oh no, I cannot hear
Which
anything.
means
But
that all the people outside will shout a lot.
mm-hmm. Okay. Why are they shout a lot? What is the reason for that?
Because the firework is just so big and they don't know that I'm in class in here. It will
Okay.
be too embarrassed for me to go outside and talk to them because that is a memorable thing. So if you heard any noise, then just keep it.
Yes, I understand, but no
Right.
problem. I don't hear any noise. From my side, it's quite okay. So don't worry about this. But I'm curious, what that means. Do you celebrate something in your country, or what is happening?
A celebration for the 13th of April.
Mm-hmm. And
I think that you know what the 13th of April in Vietnam mean. The day where the north of Vietnam is fully free, and Vietnam is now an independent country.
mm-hmm. Okay, and
And 8 days later is the 50-year celebration of that holiday. So right now that there's firework to like prepare early, but on the 13th, thing will be much bigger.
mm-hmm. Okay, 13th April, but Independent Day is on the 2nd September.
Yeah, the Independence Day.
Okay,
No,
but
the
what?
3rd of September is just we defeated France. But the day
Mm-hmm.
with freedom is the entire freedom. Vietnam is now a successfully independent country. It's 13th of April of 1975. And the 2nd of September is just the day where the country was made, and the France is already leaving.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't know about this.
Yeah.
Okay, and when did that happened? Okay, can you when did something like this happened? Okay, in which year this happened that you mentioned right now? When this is
1945. 1945.
Second
2nd
World
of
War?
September 1945. No,
Uh,
2nd September 1945.
1945, but is this related, for example, with Second World War or something else?
No,
No?
no. This is the 2nd of September 1945.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And on but today is 22nd April. So
Yeah.
why you're okay? I don't have any problems because I cannot hear anything. But why are you having fireworks right now? Why?
For this is just a practice about business practice.
Mm-hmm. Practice? I don't understand.
Yeah, I practice firework just like to test the quality, the size, and how explosive it is.
Mm-hmm. But
So in 13th of April, it will be much bigger than this.
mm-hmm. 13th of April. Okay, so this is something that can be much bigger for some people. Okay, and what do you think? Yes, I understand what you want to say, but what do you think? Okay, so this is, and what is something that your people usually do on this occasion?
Wait a second.
What is something that you usually do in this occasion? Okay, so what is something that you usually do in this occasion? Your country. What is something that people usually do? Uh, okay, on on this 13 April. So what is something that you usually do?
Is it just a basic holiday, so I don't do anything. Except, well, I want to confirm you again, that except that holiday, every other holiday, there is still at home because there is because of the special things in the past. So except that I don't do anything special. I want to confirm you the final time.
Mm-hmm. I understand. I understand what you want to say. Okay, and yes, and what do you think? I want to ask you. This is something that is really interesting. And what do you think about? Okay, okay. So you mentioned here. What other celebrations are upcoming? Okay, are there any other celebrations that are upcoming soon that you will have? For example, soon in your country. Okay, so for in the next 2 or 3 months, are there any other celebrations like this? Okay, in your country?
I think that nope.
No.
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
2nd September, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, now let's see, and we have here. Okay, so we will continue. We have here. We mentioned Frankenstein. Okay, uh, now I want to ask you, okay, about this. Okay, just one moment. We used to have similar things. Okay, uh, on this on Olympic Games. Okay, so can you please read this part? Can you see it?
To become an Olympic champion, athletes have always need dedication and perseverance, as well as natural ability. In the past, athletes would spend hours training in the gym and would make sure they ate them all the right foods. However, neither they nor anybody else felt the need to analyze the genes to test whether they were likely to succeed in the chosen sport. This may well be about to change. Our understanding of the connection between our genes and sporting performance is growing, and this understanding may soon radically transform the way we select and train the athletes of the future.
Mm-hmm. So what do you think about athletes who are using steroids?
So I think that athletes that they are definitely very they probably that I don't know what to use the word because this is a topic I don't know anything to talk. If you keep asking me, what do you think?
Okay, but we have here okay, your opinion about this. Okay, so they can have a short life. They can have something that they can have something that can be bad for people. So we have here different things that okay, different things that can cause some big problems. Okay, so what problems, for example, can be let's say can body have? What problems can body have, in your opinion, if people are using steroids?
What?
Steroids. If you're
What is
if
that?
steroids are medications that steroids. Okay, steroids are medications that some people are using, usually athletes. Okay, I will write you.
Yeah.
Okay, like this. Can you see it?
So
I
let
wrote.
me go over what it is. Yeah. So let me see what it is. Um. Okay. So I think about these that. Oh wait, but I'm not a biologist. I don't know what these actually used for.
Steroids, people use steroids to have some big muscles. Okay, so big muscles, and people are using this type of steroids, or they're using this because people want to to have big muscles, and they let's say they are how should I describe to you? They are using this, okay, when they want to have when they want to have a better results. Okay, so this is one of the reasons why people are using steroids, and this is something that can be really bad for some people. They are using this, and they want to have a good results. And using you, if you use some of these, you can short your life. That means that you, yes, this is something that people and people will have health problems. Most of them, if they are using something like this, will die. They will have a really big muscles, and they will die. So did you ever heard something like this?
No, I don't interested in biology.
Okay, so maybe you're interested in this part. Okay, so we have here on previous Olympic Games. Did you watch the Olympic Games?
Nope, I don't
No. Okay,
either.
so
Yeah,
what
I
happened?
don't watch TV. I think that I don't know what is the last time that I watched TV.
Okay,
I don't even remember the last time.
okay, so the Olympic Games. I'm not just saying about news on the Olympic Games. Many people used to. You don't need to watch it. You just need to follow the news. So what happened? Okay, some girl from, I don't know which country was that. Uh, I don't know, some country. I cannot remember which country. I don't want to Google about this. Okay, so she changed she people used to think that she was her body. When you take a look at her, she was boxing. She was in a sport like box. She was boxing, and many people used to think, and I'm not so sure. They used to think that she was a man and changed her sex and become a woman. And she won the gold medal, and many people uh, ask, is this real? Because it's not okay if she change like this, if she change, because as you know, the male body is much stronger than female body. You know that, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so they assume that she changed. Okay, that she used some hormones, some medications, and to change or operation, that she used to have operation, that she was a man, and after that she became a woman. And and some people think that this is something that she used to do it for her body, that she do something with her body to change it, and now she's a woman. And I'm not saying that I believe in this. I don't know what I believe, but she changed her. She used to be a woman. She used to be a man and changed her sex, and now she's a woman. So I don't know what to think about this. These are news. The whole Olympic Games last year was really controversial about this topic. Okay, because this what happens. Okay, now let's see. Okay, now let's try to read this part of the text. Okay, from here. Okay, we will read by the end. Okay, can you please read this text?
Okay. Researchers has shown that in many sports, genes are as important as hard work. The right gene can, for example, affect our cardiovascular capacity. the heart's ability to deliver oxygen to the muscles. And they can also affect the muscles' ability to turn oxygen into the fuel needed for muscles to contract quickly and powerfully. Any asset with these genes are an advantage over people who don't have them because they allow them to train longer and harder, to recover from exercise more quickly, and to produce power more efficiently. Science have identified a variant of gene called ACTN3, which is associated with the presence of a muscle protein found only in particular muscles fibers. It is effectively a power gen which enables sprinters to react explosively and to start running very quickly. Any 100-meter sprinter with this gen clearly has a distinct advantage over an athlete who doesn't have it. In fact, many would now argue that it's essential to have the gen to win gold in a sprint event.
Okay. So, okay, so this is an so for the athletes that are consuming this okay, this type. Okay, which sports athletes do you admire? Which sports athletes do you think that are let's say fantastic? So what do you think? Okay, what in your
I
opinion,
think
which
that
athlete?
Usain Bolt. I think
Usain Bolt.
about his power running 100 meters in 9.58 seconds, which is considered the human's limit because it about been 15 years and no one has ever beaten that. Only one person that almost beat it with a time of 9.6 seconds. A girl almost beat that. So some specialists believe that 9.58 seconds is the truly human limit.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I understand this, but how about some? Okay, those are sprinters. Okay. So how about some other I want to ask you about some other sports. Do you know any other sports that are the sport athletes that are amazing? That are amazing for you?
Amazing for me.
So
No.
some other athletes. Did you ever heard about? Okay, you mentioned Usain Bolt. Okay, one of the athletes.
Yeah.
Okay, so and which sports do you consider? Do you consider, for example, uh, most attractive for you? Okay, that you think that sport athletes in this sport, this kind of sports are amazing. Okay, that you need a lot of muscles, that you need to have a special body. So what do you think about this?
Yeah, I agree. And usually, but he have a disadvantage that he have an asymmetrical body. He has
Uh,
an asymmetrical body, having two long legs, and even having like the even have the foot that is so strict. And if we apply all this effect to a normal people, we can easily agree that they can't follow the professional running. But Bolt didn't give up. He trained for about 12 hours a day until he broke the world record of and he even demolished it by over about a second.
Okay, so yes. Okay, so this is one type of the sport, and okay, yeah. Now, yes, I understand. I understand that what you want to say. Now, let's see, and we have here different. Okay, now import. Now, can you please read this part? Just one moment. Okay, can you please read this paragraph C?
Okay. So let me see. The importance of the genetic component in sporting ability has many implications for the future. Currently, we have used the idea of encouraging every young person to have a go at different sports. Kids find out what they're good at and what they enjoy. But our sports clubs screen kids to see whether they're genetically disposed in particular sports as a surety, which we would uncover talent quickly and put young athletes with genetic potential on the right path to Olympic achievement. But individually, finding out at a young age that we were never going to be good at sport would be very demoralizing. It also undermines much that is positive about sport, such as the fact that it's about enjoyment and challenge and testing personal limits. Sport should not be trying to achieve genetic potential.
So we have genetic potential. This is what we used to talk about in the beginning when I told you that when I mentioned to you that black people are good in jumping, playing this type of the sports. White people are good at, for example, swimming. Okay, people from Asia are good at playing badminton or table tennis. These are sports that uh, uh, this is like, in my opinion, this is like a genetic potential. Okay, and in your school, which sport is popular? Is the most popular? Okay, among your age.
For the shaman age, I think about the achievements to achieve the great tech. The tests are now getting heavier and heavier with the the competitive that is super competitive. About only 70% chance of only like about 70% chance of students have the ability to go to grade 10. 30% have to study it in personal schools, which is extremely expensive.
Mhm. Yes, and how about popular sports among your generation? Okay, so which sports are popular? Okay, so basketball, football. Okay, so volleyball, table tennis, badminton. Which sports are popular among your generation?
Probably football.
Football. And are you a fan of football? No.
Yep, I'm not a fan of sports
What is the reason? Why? Because I know that
because
you.
probably just my hobby, my
Mhm,
hobby.
mhm. Okay, can I go to drink some water, please?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, now we have here this part. Okay, can you please read this part?
Even more disturbing is the possibility that some countries might consider using our rapidly growing knowledge of how genes work to engineer the makeup of a young athlete's genes in order to turn them into a Superman or Superwoman. Scientists might, for example, inject a gene into an athlete's cells that increase muscle growth, making him or her faster and stronger. As yet, there is no evidence that this has happened. However, the technology is in place to modify genes, and research has been carried out on mice that show how effective genetic modification can be. A major concern is that nobody knows what the long-term consequences of altering genes might be for humans. It could be solving all sorts of appealing health problems.
So we have here some consequences. Okay, we understand what means some good things. Okay, so what do you think? What are some bad things that can happen?
So good thing is that they will be stronger, they will be faster, they get more achievement. But there is no evidence that proves that these are actually 100% safe.
Okay, and what are some bad things for somebody's body? For example, for somebody. Okay, so what do you think about bad things? Okay, that can happen to somebody or okay, so we have here about body for these people. So what are some good and okay, we understand good things, but what are some bad things for somebody's body?
Bad things for somebody, for someone's body, bad things. So first is reduce the age and reduce the blood, reduce the beauty if they're for girl, and reduce the handsomeness if for boys. Because it will like altering in the hormone, making them like less make them like not good looking anymore, and that can reduce their age. And it's go because using these that actually that trying to speed up your body. So so you know that more quantity, less quality. If the works so much faster, then the time will be slower. So that is actually the consequences.
Those are consequences. Okay, those are consequences. Okay, and how people can improve their bodies in a way that they, for example, they want to help someone. Okay, so okay, in a good way. Okay, so if someone wants to improve their body in a good way, so what is something that people can do to improve their body in a good way? Okay, is this the type of the food that people are eating or something else?
Good thing or something else?
Okay,
I'm
so for
gonna say again.
okay, so
I think I just said too fast. So
okay, yes, of
don't
course.
ask me why that wait.
Okay,
I want to say first that don't ask me why that I said to again many times because you said too fast.
okay. If someone wants to have a good result in some
Yeah.
sport, okay, so beside training, okay,
Yeah.
is a good diet solution or it's not, or we can eat whatever we want?
I need to follow a balanced diet because, for example, if you like train 2 hours a day, but you will eat the same calories at those two as more than your original diet, then you don't earn anything. All the training just thrown away.
Okay, I understand what you want to say. Okay, Khang. Okay, so we finished our class. Okay, I have another class just soon. See you on Thursday. Is that right?
Right?
Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Yes. Yes.